Hi, I'm Sky, and you might be wondering, what is this? Well, this is a very cheap dinosaur-themed train set that I found at a pretty normal store in a mall when I was buying Lego, and I just had to buy it for a reason that, unless I've put it in the thumbnail, or if you've already found out by what you can see of the set, you'll find out here very soon. My apologies. So yeah, this is a very cheap, just generic dinosaur-themed train set. I'm gonna move a little closer to the train set so I can bring it forward and we can talk about it. It says Gauge Electric Train Set. The logo at the top says Animal King. I'll probably do some editing magic to flip this around so you can see it. It comes with some straight track, a caboose, a crane car thing, a tender, and another car, and some curved track and two little trees. If you look at that locomotive, you might start to piece together why I bought this. The side surprisingly continues the artwork. This is Gauge Electric Train Set on it. What gauge? Who knows or cares? Same thing on the other side. The top is just metal texture, although funnily enough, the handle on it on the top, I don't think you can see it, but it says OK, which is amusing. If we turn it to the back, here, let me zoom it out for you. Please, just stand up. Please. No? Okay. So on the back, I bought this, again, at a normal store for $14.95. On the back, there's instructions, and there's a look at a bunch of other train sets available from this company. You can see, train, a bullet train, another train, a big train up there, a train, and a train, and a train. There's also, at the top, a train set that looks like it uses car roadway pieces and not train track, which is something. This train, I know this is a bad angle, and I'm sorry, but this train right here that you're seeing at the top, doesn't it look like it has something on the front of it? Something familiar to some of you who watch this channel? Same thing with another train. Right there. Those look like Thomas bootlegs. And in fact, if you know bootlegs, this exact train mold here has been used for fake Thomas toys. I'll do some video editing magic and throw up some clips from a leokimvideo video where he shows off a Thomas bootleg that uses this exact same train mold. And funny enough, a Ben 10 bootleg train that uses the bullet train mold that we saw in the back of the box.
Let's get this train back on track. Here is a Thomas & Friends playset. It's a train playset. It's a knockoff, of course. One there looks like the one which is inside this box. The stickers were put on all wonky. Friday specials. There's his face there. Bit of a classic old face, that one, isn't it? For a bit of a knockoff. And what is interesting is there's a bit of a switch on the top here. I've actually, guess what guys, Thomas isn't a tank engine anymore, he's a tender engine, because this comes with a tender in this knockoff set. And here's the carriage or caboose or brake van or whatever you want to call it, which comes with this very strange knockoff set. It just feels cheap and nasty. In fact, I could just I reckon I could just crush it in my hand. I better not do that because we need to see this running around the track. Well, here's the Ben 10 train. It's a very modern looking design. It's very much like the Bullet train. It's the same as the Thomas. You just sort of peel it open to get the battery in there. There's a switch there. It just feels horribly cheap and nasty.
So yeah, the entire reason I bought this cheap piece of crap train set is because of the fact that the mold it uses is shared with bootleg Thomas and Friends toys. That's the only reason I bought this, and it's therefore the only reason I'm making a video about this garbage. There's artwork on the inside. I'm amazed they bothered. Here's one of the cars. It looks like tart. There's not a single thought within that because it's a hollow, cheap piece of garbage. So this is your little crane car. It lifts, and that's about all it does. So that's brilliant. The trees, I don't think I'm even going to bother with the trees. They're secured in by tape. I pulled one of them out. This is what the tree looks like. Are you happy? I'm not. The track is exactly as you would find in any other cheap or bootleg train set. I'm gonna... Here, this is how the coupling system works. There you go. It is equally garbage. Here are the parts that I actually bought this thing for. The World Dinosaur Dangerous Haunt. That's what the brake van or caboose says on it. That's brilliant. That's a good knockoff toy read right there. Here's the classic tender that Thomas, never had. How easy is it for me to pull a wheel out of this thing? That easy. So that's great. This is how the connections on the train work, by the way. Like that. So you can actually have the caboose facing what I assume would be the right way around on this one, whereas I think in most things that use this mold, or the mold of the caboose and the engine and the tender, it faces the wrong way. So yeah, taking the rest of the track out real quick. I'm not going to change camera angles at all, purely because I do not want to touch my phone after, touching this garbage. Here's the train. Yeah. Got a loop coupling on the back. this sticker, which is applied very poorly, in fact, all the stickers are kind of like not great on this locomotive. This sticker right here, that's where Thomas's face would be. Let's see if I can even get this hunk of garbage open. Remember, I'm not a super I'm not a there we go, got it. I'm not a very strong girly, so yeah. I conveniently opened a package of Energizers before you know, deciding it would be a good idea to actually open this hunk of garbage up, so yeah, I don't do ads for batteries, I just use batteries. Whatever brand I feel like. Let's see, can I pull the front wheel off the guy like Leo did with his Thomas? No, I can't. That sucks. It does work. Shocking, I know. So, I am going to build the rest of the train set up, and we'll see it in action. I might even wash my hands like 500 times, and then we can come back to the train set. I think I'm building this thing upside down. That's what it feels like. I also am struggling with the connectors, even though it's like half off screen. God, this stuff is absolute rubbish. I should not have spent, what was it, $15 American dollarinos when accounting for tax on this piece of garbage train set, but you know what? I did it. And all of us are just going to have to live with the fact that this video exists. I'm not taking the other tree out of the box. I do not care that much. Okay, there's only one more connection to go. Come on. I know you're a hold off on using bootlegs, but you don't have to be this annoying on me. There, the track is together. Let's get this crappy looking train together and get out of here. I feel like toxins are slowly leaking into my brain cells as I assemble this hot garbage together. Okay, the train is all together. Let's put a tree down. Let's put a tree down. The tree doesn't want to cooperate, so let's just see the train run. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but this thing is actually riding really poorly on the track. It's something about that crane car that keeps tipping over and falling off the track. Oh, welcome to the dark side, I dare say. Oh, this is what I get for buying this, isn't it? Oh, goodness. Here, let me try to stop this. Oh, let me try to stop this crazy nightmare I've gotten myself into so I can move the train set back a little bit so you can actually see the darn thing. I got the tree to stand. It's the only time you'll ever see it standing up, because I guarantee you in like 5 seconds it's gonna... This train is nothing but trouble, I tell you. Come on. Come on. Welcome to the welcome to the world of knockoffs, everybody. Let's remove the crane car. I think that's being a problem. Yep, all of a sudden, without the crane car, the train set works no problem. Oh, goodness gracious me. That's amazing. I I don't know what I was expecting. You know, I should just like put on some Kevin McLeod music while this thing runs around for your viewing pleasure. The tree is never going to stand up. There we go. There's your tree. Okay. For the classic configuration here, I'm gonna do this. And this will be our running session if these parts can even stay on the frickin' track. Dun 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 dun. Come on. Get with it. It just doesn't want to be with us. Well, I don't know if you can notice this. I certainly can, but I've only had this little train running for over 5 minutes, maybe about 10 minutes, and it's starting to tire out. The classic sign with these super cheap toys and knockoff toys. There always seems to be a error in the actual power requirements versus what kind of batteries you put in the toy. I want to try one other thing to try and get this stupid boom crane sort of piece of rolling stock trash to run on the rails without falling over her every single time. And that's putting it right in front of the caboose. Let's see if that changes anything. Well, surprising as it might sound, me putting that little crane car right up toward the back of the train has actually made it behave. I'm honestly kind of shocked at that. But, yeah, no, now the silly piece of rolling stock that kept wanting to jump the track and make the entire train fall over is behaving. Well, this has been a video about this really cheap and crappy dinosaur-themed little battery-powered train set. that just so happens to use the same mold, or at least versions of the same mold, as some knockoff Thomas toys. And the back of the box even has some advertised on it. I will say I probably would have been entertained by something like this when I was young, especially with that little crane-like car trying to cause the entire your train itself to derail. But it's pretty crappy. The battery, the train has already used up a lot of the energy in the battery from being run for what I'd say like probably at least 10 minutes, if not 15 or close to 20. The box is really basic and generic, and if we look at the bottom, it has the typical hallmarks of, something might be wrong here. That company name right there, JIN, or what does it say, 877 Toys? I've seen them on the I've seen that exact logo in the similar placement on the top right of the box on a fake Thomas train set toy that I saw on AliExpress. And funny enough, it is one of the it's one of the Thomas-like molds. Not this one, but one that was seen on the back of the box that's actually shaped like Thomas. And I'll do some editing magic and throw the images of the toy up on the screen. And on the back of the box, there were there were sets that looked like they had a Thomas and Friends face on the front of the engine, aka a Thomas bootleg. There's a foul stench coming from the entirety of this train set, the box, the plastic inlay of the box, the train. I don't feel safe touching anything after touching the train unless I've, washed my hands first. So overall, and as you saw, parts of the train can just break off easily, and it's pretty easy to get into the battery compartment, so I do not endorse this little train set in the slightest. Do not buy it for anyone. I bought it simply to show in this video because of the Thomas bootleg, because of Thomas ripoffs using the same mold, and that was basically it. So I think it's best if I leave this video here. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.
Hold on just a second there, Sky. It's time for a very, very quick little fail reel.
It just doesn't want to be with us. Neither does the tree. The tree's given up on life as well. Oh, goodness. Okay, you know what? Oh dear, welcome to the dark side. Oh, stop, you crazy thing. Oh my goodness. Fail reel.
Really quick, before the video ends, I just want to remind you again to not buy products like the one I looked at in this video, or any of the products from AliExpress that I showcased in the video. Oftentimes, train sets like the one I looked at, or those Thomas fakes that I showed from AliExpress, will have inferior construction, toxic materials, are of very poor quality, and will only leave you brokenhearted. They have one goal, and that is basically to scam you and to fool you into thinking that you're buying a legitimate product. The Thomas toys shown are not licensed or affiliated with the owners of the Thomas brand, whoever they may be at this time. And I don't want anyone ending up hurt or broken or gone because of these cheap, often counterfeit or poor quality toys. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.